What form? I need this. All right, let me see. Okay. Thank you, Father. I'm not seeing anybody on here as yet. Let me see what is going on here. Okay. My Jesus, my Savior, Lord, there is none but you. All of my days, I want to see the wonders of your mighty love. You know, hello everybody, God bless you. You know, last night I took the time. So many persons were telling me how, what's that? Huh? Write it up. So many people.
Okay.
Okay, go on. So many people were telling me how powerful the study was last night. And a lot of people, it's because of their lack of education. Lack of education, they have literally messed up their lives. All right, why do Satan go after the womb of the woman? Is because the devil knows that the womb of the woman can the womb of, you're gonna write this up, right?
Yeah.
The womb of the woman is a manufacturer. So if Satan can get the woman's womb to be infected, or the woman's womb to be captured, he knows that there will not be powerful praying women. You heard what I said to you, right? I know in this society that we are living in, many of us did not know how powerful our virginity is, and how powerful when you are celibacy is, because how powerful it is. The cleansing of the body and that's the reason why the Lord wants you to be with one partner. He doesn't only want you to be with one partner, but he wants you also to keep that temple clean. Your body is like a house. If I walk into somebody's house and I see dishes in the sink, I go into your kitchen and I see the kitchen floor stink. You won't want to eat there, right, Maria? You go into the bedroom and you see panties out there. It tells you that this person is a dysfunctional individual. So we have a lot of people that have dysfunctional bodies. Dysfunctional bodies. Why do they have dysfunctional body? Your body is the temple of the living God. So a lot of women are not able to be entrepreneur. They can't be entrepreneurial or to be an entrepreneur because your body has a lot to do with how you succeed in this life. That goes for man, it goes for woman. And your body, the cleanness of your body has a lot to do in how you succeed in this lifetime. Yes! If a man sleeps with multiple women, that will break him down. If a woman sleeps with multiple men, that breaks her down. That gives her a spirit, a mental problem, mentally ill. She becomes mentally ill. Listen, God is looking for women that understand their value in this time, and He's looking for men in this time that understands their value. And in these last days, God is saying, if you understand where you stand with me, if you will keep your body clean, you will start to understand a lot of things. So, how does a person's destiny becomes destroyed? A person's destiny start to destroy after more than one person enter through her. The woman womb is like a deep canal. It's like a canal, and what is placed in that canal will literally go through your entire life. So Satan knows that if he can keep you into sexual immorality, he knows very well that you can't get nowhere else. Yes, you may get a man that can give you money, but otherwise spiritually you would not grow. You would not grow exactly where the Lord wants you to grow. What is going on right here in Barbados with the murders, St. Lucia, and different, because women has lost their way. Women has lost their way, and because many women grew up because that's what you know. That's what you think that you know. The people that you have been around says, at the age of 18, this is what. But we need to be able to secure our young people to let them know it is okay to be 30-something years and not married. It is okay because the marriage is a serious thing. It is okay. It's okay. It's not a curse to be 30 or 40 years and not married. You understand what I'm saying? It is okay. Stop putting pressure on your young women. It is okay. Marriage can either make you or destroy you. It can make you or destroy you. Stop putting pressure on our young people. The day that man enters that woman, if that man is not truly clean, you have generational curses that are coming from that man, generational curses that is coming from that woman. It is better that y'all are a true match, not a match according to the world, but a match for God, that y'all will be able to live peacefully, harmonial together. Okay? So listen. Sometimes I meet women and they say to me, I cannot succeed with certain things in my life. And many times they are part of organizations that are not totally given over to the Lord. So these women actually are literally rotten. They become rotten in that place because they are in relationships and they are in places that do not bring them to that place where they ought to be. All right? Where they ought to be to make them fertile. Okay? So listen. Stop teaching your child, your young man, to have a girlfriend at 18 years old. All right? Teach that young man to get closer to God. Teach that young man to get closer to God. Teach that young woman to get closer to God. Pray for the right partner. Instead, you are forcing this young man to be in a relationship. You are forcing this young man to be in a relationship when you know that the day they get into a relationship is the day everything's end. All right? And teach that young man that sex is one of the most dangerous thing ever. It is a dangerous thing. I have a young girl here with me that has been with me for a long time. She's been with me for a long time. And I know that she protects her beautiful daughter. Maria.
Yes, please.
Tell them when you first came here, you were not like this. Tell them what happened to you when you first came here. You came to a meeting right here at this house, right?
Yes. Please.
Tell them.
When I first came, I came to a friend of mine brought me to a meeting here at the house, and during the meeting, Apostle revealed what I didn't tell anybody, which was that my father had molested me, and when I came in the door and I was talking, I felt like going to the floor because I didn't tell anybody this. So I was asking God, oh, could you show her this? But she said, not only your father, but there's another family member that did it as well. And it's only after she revealed this, she spoke it out, then I received my deliverance here for the first time.
So your father had sexual encounter with you. Your brother had sexual encounter with you. And when you never revealed this to anybody, you came, and then when you walked through the Lord revealed that to me.
Yes.
And instead of family members helping you, they send you to the psychiatric hospital.
Yeah.
They say you are mad, right?
Yeah.
Tell them what else happened, because you have a daughter. I think God gives you a daughter for a reason.
Yeah.
When you came here is when you receive your deliverance.
Yeah.
Tell them what else happened, because I think somebody has to hear your story.
Okay. So after being sent to the psychiatric, they will give me pills to take, which will have me like out of it, CPR or whatever. Don't know what to do and so on. And it's not only that, there was a spirit that followed, because when people came into contact with me during my childhood, because that was open, more and more men that were perverted and those.
So there was a spirit of, like, when other men got in contact with you,
Yeah.
They either wanted to rape you again.
Yeah. They wanted to rape you. Even some of my better friends that came over, when I was in the room and he went out, they came to, it was like...
They came to rape you,
Yeah.
also. So you went through that as a child.
Yeah.
You wrote a book, and I think we need to bring this book in. I made you write that book.
Yeah.
So when you first came here, demons came out of you like something else, because you would have, your father raped you, your brother, and then it goes on, and people continue to do this with you. Okay, speak, because you are helping somebody here.
Right. So it continued over and over, whether it was family, friends, a person who was like a stepfather, going on. It just, that is what was being attracted to me. And then this guy that was in the lodge, he took me in and he told me he would take care of me.
You gotta come here and tell them that, because I didn't know that this was gonna go this way. So I want to help somebody to let people know what this sex thing is. So I met Maria, and God started to use me to do deliverance on her. She becomes like my child now. Her daughter is my granddaughter. Your mother died at an early age.
Yeah.
And what else happened? Come this way, Marie.
I'm on the camera.
Okay, your mother died at how old your mother died?
I had just gone into secondary. I was 11 years old.
Your mother died at 11?
Yeah.
When you were 11 years?
Yeah.
And what else happened?
Right. So then I had to go live with my dad. And that's
The same father that molested you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And we were all split up, and that's where, well, it didn't start from there. It started from when I was home before my mother died with my brother. Then
So your father was molesting you before your mother died?
no, this was he was off. My brother was before.
Yeah, okay.
And then when I went up by my father, then it was him. And so much was in between there. And
Yeah.
At home, it was my brother. It was some other people that claimed to want to help, family, friends, and so on. Then I moved to my
So
father.
not only from your father, family friend
Yeah.
slept with you too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, uh-huh.
Right. And I moved by my father, and it happened there. And then when I told my family and so on, they didn't want to believe me, so I was sent to the psychiatrist.
So instead of family helping you, they send you, you're helping somebody there, you know that, right? Instead of family, and this is the same thing that they nearly put me in prison here for, right?
Yeah.
Instead of family, friends, family help you, they send you to the psychiatric hospital. So they didn't believe that nothing like that happened to you.
No.
Okay, finish, tell them.
Right. So that kind of it affected me mentally because you didn't have anybody ready to talk to about it. So I started to space out. I wasn't mentally there. I would be there but not be there, if you can understand that. And then when I turned 18, I left from by my father's house and I moved back down home. And this gentleman that I knew, older gentleman, he told me that he would take care of me. He would make sure.
But you didn't know what type of taking care that.
No.
We need to bring in your book though. I made you write a book. You didn't know. You thought that man was just gonna take care of
I
you.
thought he was just gonna help me, help like raise me, because in my mind I really never had that close
Fatherly
thing. So they say, okay, well, he's gonna help me like this, and he would like put money in my hand and say, well, you buy this or you buy that or whatever.
No, he had a plan.
Right. So then he took me in to live with him, but then at first it was okay, but then after a while he started to get controlling. I couldn't call my family unless I did it in secret. My family couldn't come and visit me up where he was. He then started to make sexual advances at me. He made, like, some nights he would tie my hands. And
He would come into your bedroom to do that?
He would come into my bedroom because the house was big, but it had like 2 rooms. I had a room and he had a room, but he would come into the room and he would get this thing and tie up my hands and he would perform acts on me, and then I had to do back acts on him and so on. And this continued for a while. in your mind you wanted to. I didn't want it, but I wanted to be free. But it felt
All
like I
right.
was
So
trapped.
you were only free when I approached this lodge man.
Right.
All right. So tell them how you got free, because I had to approach this lodge man. You were still coming here.
And I was there, and you told me to. I have to get out of that. You told me to pack my things and leave, go back home, pack my things. So I packed my things a day he wasn't there, because sometimes when he would lock the door with me when he go out. But this day he didn't lock the door, and I called.
You were like a slave in the house.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I didn't do this live for this, but I want young women to understand what sex does to a young woman. So a lot of people see Maria, but God used me to deliver this girl from a sexual, that was not her fault. Her mother died at 11, and I took her on from then. All of these men were sleeping with Maria. Maria is one of the most smartest young women ever. One of the most smartest young women ever. This girl is just a smart, intelligent, and I could not understand how on earth. So you were with the guy, and I told you to leave.
Right. So I left and I came back down, but he would still pass like by the house and telling me I need to come back and everything and so on. And I came by one day. You had spoken to me. We were in the gallery and you started to talk to me and you revealed to me that this is what I'm in, and so I need to get out of that and so on. And you called him. You told me give you the number, and you called him, and he was telling you how I would fall into a ditch and all these things he was telling you, and you spoke a curse over him.
Wait, come here, Maria. Tell them I spoke a curse on that man.
Yeah. Apostle spoke a curse on him. Apostle said within 2 weeks we're gonna see who is more powerful. He told him within 2 weeks he would die. In 1 week he had passed, and when I saw him, his stomach was swollen and his skin was really dark. And by the second week he was dead.
I spoke. That's the reason why when I come on live, I don't really want to curse people. But when that man refused to let go of Maria and telling her that she's going to die, I said within 2 weeks you're going to die. I said to him, we will see who God that I serve. If I serve the living God, within 2 weeks you're going to die. Tell them what happened within 2 weeks.
Right. His stomach became swollen, and it got bigger and bigger, and his skin got darker and darker, and he died within 2 weeks. Within the second week, he was dead.
Y'all heard that? Within the second week, that man had died. So Maria wanted to go to the funeral. I said, you are going to the funeral? She cried. Hey! I said, you are, stop crying here.
Yeah, it was strange. You know, the person had you like in a trap, but I think that's a freedom that came. And when he died, yeah.
You want to go to his funeral?
Yeah.
I say you are going to no funeral. What you have the woman, you decide that you're gonna help this young girl. Family members didn't want to help her. They abused her. You decide that you're gonna help her. Why can't you? That's why I have a problem with men. Why can't you help? Her mother died when she was 11. Why can't you just help her, raise her like your own child? You don't want to raise her like your own child. You take her up. You make sure that you gave her money, make she feel comfortable with you. That's what he did. He make you feel comfortable. And then afterwards you locking her in the bedroom. You making sexual acts on her. Not only that, you making her do those things. And I stood on the authority of God, and I tell God, kill that man. I said, kill that man, God. The girl had enough. She had enough. You have a daughter right now. Would you like that to happen to your daughter?
No, but I talked to her about what I went through, and I explained to her what not to allow in her life.
The Maria you see now is not the Maria that I first met. The Maria would look, she would be sitting there looking up in the sky. I had to do multiple deliverance. There was a time when a snake came out of you. Multiple deliverance on this young woman. Multiple deliverance. The Maria you see that looks so nice, vibrant, is not the same Maria I first met. So listen to what I want to say to you. I know that, thank you, Maria. Let them know that you have a book and we're going to bring it in.
Yes, please.
I made her write a book about her experience. But listen to what I want to say. You transfer your book too?
No, I have to do it. I have to pay back.
Okay. I want to say to you, the reason why you cannot go forward, is because people are looking at sex like it is casual. Sex is not a casual thing. Sex is not a casual thing. Lying down in a bed and allowing a man to penetrate you is not a casual thing. It is the most dangerous thing ever. So over the years, the Lord have used me to free hundreds of young women. And when they parade me in Barbados, it was for a young woman that was being raped by that pastor God killed. Nobody in Barbados wanted to take on what that young woman was going through. So why am I doing this? I want to say from the time a man penetrates you, if God don't help you, your life is totally destroyed if God don't help you. It is important, and we have a lot of older women right now that is going through the same thing. You are going through the same thing. Older women, you are going through the same thing, but the fact is that you have not come to that realization to understand that you need cleansing. So we have women that are in their 70s, in their 80s, that was raped. Their life never become as anything because they don't have the person or the deliverance minister to help them to go to the next level. You've heard, let me see if I can bring on, Facebook has this thing so funny. Let me see if I can bring on Pastor Lamy. Pastor Lamy is hearing Maria's story for the first time. And these wicked men. So he knew very well. He knew very well that you were somebody that he could put under his hands. And he telling me that he going to the lodge people for me. I said, you're that powerful. You're not that powerful. You are not that powerful to go to no lodge person for me. He wants her back into her hands, into his hands. Let's get it together. One of the things I want to say to you is that the devil knows very well from the time he enters your vagina, he knows he has every part of your body. He has every part of you from the time he enters your vagina. He knows that. And that's the reason why we need the protection of children. And I can speak about many other children that I have helped out of this disease of men who decide that this is all they are going to do to people's children. Pastor Lamy, are you on? Pastor Lamy, I don't know. I was trying to reach you.
That's what I said, and then I didn't see the. I didn't see the
You are
information.
hearing this story for the first time, right?
God is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And there might be so many people going through that.
So many
So
people going through that. Maria's story
yeah,
is a very sad story, but
it's
thank
very
God,
sad.
thank God she has won the victory. But you realize that that man take her on just to abuse her.
To abuse her, yes. That's what they do. They're making it look like as if, that they are helping out. A lot of these sick men, that's what they do. I think just recently in St. Lucia, right, they were showing a hardback man, right? I don't know what work he does. He had his books and thing, and took a child behind a school and put his private part out for the child, a 7-year-old.
My God.
But I tell you, they beat him, eh? They beat him up. And the people tie him and let him wait for the police. A lot of children, as you see, school closing there now. We have to pray more because that is what most of them do. Relatives, fathers, brothers, just name them. They're taking advantage of the young little girls.
But at first, that man make as though that he care for her.
Yes.
He cared for her. He would help her like a father. And then he had her where he wanted her. And then he came in for the kill. How can you do that to somebody's child? So he's telling me that because he's in the lodge, that I can die. You heard what Maria told you, right?
Yes. You're going to die. My God, it is. I tell you, woman of God, this thing has been going long, very long. I almost end up being a victim like that. But I don't know. From the time it seems I came out of my mother's belly, I was a firm person. And I would stand, and up to now I could stand to anybody. And I'm telling you, you can't do what you want to do. You understand? Because I would fight back. I would kill you. I know for a fact. And I'm so happy that God never allowed me to go through that because I would have killed somebody.
This is something else. But Maria has a book out. If you'll we will bring in some of her book.
Okay, I need that book.
Yeah, she
I
wrote
need that book.
a powerful book about her life, and we are going to bring in the book that people can have that book. But listen, this has not been easy. So Maria became who she is after she came under this ministry.
Yes, yes. And I can see Maria is an intelligent woman. I could see that. And check how this man wanted to just destroy her life by abusing her. God sent you to rescue her at the right time, woman of God.
Yeah, because
God sent
I didn't know nothing
you.
about listen, I didn't know nothing about Maria. Um
Jesus.
I didn't know nothing. One day the Lord led me to go to a mall. Tell them this story.
Jesus.
Yeah, there was a girl. I was working at a mall in a mall with a girl, and she told me that a prophet supposed to pass to go to the bookstore, the Christian store. So I said, a prophet's gonna pass. I said, I'm praying for prophets though, but I told you, all right, let the prophet come, you let me know if they're down the back. But then I had to go to the bathroom. And as I was walking up, going to the bathroom, Apostle was walking coming towards me, and I didn't know who it was. And then, you know how they said the Elizabeth, the baby leak in her? I felt like a
Yeah.
leak. I felt like a leak in my stomach, and I heard the words, "This is the prophet."
Wow.
I get all excited and I rush to the bathroom and I come back in and I tell the girls before she came and I said, this is the person. God just tell me this is the person. And Apostle came
Wow.
in and the other girl wanted her to talk to her, but Apostle came straight for me.
Wow.
Started to
Jesus.
say to me.
Wow.
So
That was your time for your breakthrough.
the Lord led me. I left home,
Good.
and the Lord told me to go straight to this
Good.
mall where she was working. And that's how Maria ends up with me. And when I got there, the Lord said, this is the young woman. And this is how she started to get deliverance.
Wow. Jesus. Powerful. Wow. To God be the glory. Jesus. Oh God, we are serving a mighty God. Thank God. God knew the potential in Maria. But so the punch, God realized the child is innocent. And the man was, oh Lord, and I know, Father, there are some people out there hearing it. Father, I pray that you open a way for them, Papa. That they, oh God, that they will come, Papa, to rescue them. Send somebody to rescue them, Daddy.
Well, Maria don't need nobody to rescue her now. She has her beautiful daughter, and God has blessed her. She's back to herself. Are you crying? Are you crying? Don't cry. So
Yeah, but it's a sad story, woman of God. It is a sad story. It is paining. It is a very sad story. And I
so
said, I know there are people out there going through it also, and I pray
when I
that they
came
will
on
get
here,
deliverance somewhere.
I didn't know the foggiest idea. I know that the Lord wanted me to speak about something because I have a deliverance in 5 minutes. Were you crying?
Wow.
Don't cry, don't cry. And all of a sudden, the Lord told me, come and do this before you go and do the next deliverance. I wanted, so
Wow.
this is why. Maria, this is that young girl, is the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when they try to parade me in Barbados saying I think computer mishap and I did all of those things. That's not different to how the Lord used me to save you from that man. And this is
Yeah.
why they wanted to put me in jail for helping another young woman.
Jesus. That is so, Mama, profound. Mama. Mm, 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 mm.
Yeah,
That is
so
it, woman of God.
her book is going to come. She wrote that book more than 5 years ago. And that book is a very sad book. It's a very sad book. She had to go through many deliverance. I mean, snakes coming out of her, many deliverance to get to that place. Now, listen, she used to be on medication from the psychiatric. She has never taken another one of those medication again.
Jesus. Jesus. Wow.
All right,
Wow.
it's time for me to go now. All right, it is in a few minutes. What time is the next deliverance? Oh, it's at 3. All right, so listen. I still have like a few minutes. Listen, this is what I want to say. If you're a young woman, remember that they nearly arrested me here for helping another young woman. They nearly arrested me here for helping another young woman. But if you are going through that, you don't need to take psychiatric medication. You need help. You need help.
Mhm.
Woman of God, what do you have to say to the people?
Man of God, it's a very sad story. And I know God will allow you to just do that. What you're doing there this afternoon. I know probably God knows there's somebody, even right now, that is hurting, somebody who already needs help. And I pray that God will send the appropriate help for them. It is a very sad situation, especially sometimes. Most times it's family members, people that you're depending on, people that you're counting on, to protect you, and they are the ones taking the advantage of you.
Yes.
That's why we have so many of our young people going sometimes. Some people get frightened of men and they end up being lesbians. That's where the way the devil will take them to, not realizing that's still the wrong path. Some of them become homosexual because that's where the devil is leading them to, because all they're looking for is the comfort and to get somebody to love them. But I pray that they would get the appropriate help. Right? By you saying that today, I know you have helped somebody. Somebody will be delivered.
All right. So thank you, woman of God. I know you're going to go back on the live. Thank you. I love you. All right. So listen, guys. Get the necessary help that you need. You need to get help. You need to get help, and you need to get spiritual help. Medication is not going to help. That's the necessary help you need, and you need to get that help that you can be able to be more of a productive person. All right? Get that help today. Is there any questions before I go? Somebody says, Mary Ann, where are you from? If not for God's grace and strength, a lot of us would not be here. Beautiful. We thank God. Oh, yes, that's true. But I want you to understand that you can get, I want you to understand that you can get the you can get the necessary help that you need. I see I did a video a while ago. Everybody's saying that I look radiant. That's the presence of God. I'm not wearing any makeup. That's the presence of God. I don't know why everybody's saying you look radiant. It's the presence of God on my life. And, we thank God for his presence on my life. But if you are there and you are going through this, I want to let you know, get the necessary help that you need. Maybe very well your mother, your father, maybe it's an uncle. Get that help that you need. Don't give that person your power. Do not allow that person to have your power. People are very evil. People are extremely evil. Amen? Is there any questions before I leave this live? Is there any question before I leave this live? I just want to know if there is any questions before I leave this live. Hallelujah. We want to thank Jehovah God for you. We want to thank him for his grace and his mercy upon your life. Maybe you are going through some difficulties in your life. It's good to confess. It's good to tell others what you've been through, that God can have his way in your life. All right, I love you. I gotta go right on this computer to do some more deliverance. God bless you guys. Bless you. Okay, bye-bye.